Today I'm speaking with Dr. Trevor Cates, best-selling author and PBS host, and today we're going to be discussing a lot about brain and skin issues. Before we get into that, Doctor, I'd like to just get a little bit of information about you.
So I'm an author, a best-selling author of Clean Skin from Within. I also have a PBS show, a special called Younger Skin from Within. And I'm known as the spa doctor. I have a natural skincare line, and what I've found is that skin gives us great information about our overall health. A lot of times people don't know what's going on internally in their body, like what's going on with the brain. You can't see it that well, but you can certainly see your skin just by looking in the mirror.
One of the common complaints that I think a lot of people my age, older, even younger, memory, concentration, focus, things like that. And I hear it all the time in situations where people walk around their house in circles looking for their keys or their phones, or even the other day I was walking around the house looking for my phone while I was on the phone. So typical issues like this where this seems to be a constant thing. Are you seeing that as well? And you know, when it comes to these things about memory, concentration, focus, what are you doing to help your patients overcome those things?
Yeah, it's definitely something that comes a lot in my practice. People talk about how frustrating it is to get older because they feel like they're losing their mind. Like you said, that where did I put my keys? What was the name of that person? Also just not having the same kind of drive that they used to have. Their energy level is lower. And sometimes people will say to me, is it I'm just getting old and I have to live with this? The good news is that they don't have to. There are definitely things that we know that we can do to support our memory, cognition, our focus, our energy, our drive, all of that. And a lot of it goes back to the lifestyle choices that we make.
So that brings up an interesting point. You know, from a physiological perspective, is there like past the point of no return when it comes to brain aging, or are there things that we can do once we start to recognize those senior moments, or the where are my keys, my phone, my kids? Can we actually reverse a lot of what we would call damage, or is it now, once you get to a certain point, is it just maintaining?
Right, there are definitely changes that occur in the brain as we get older. Our brain actually shrinks as we get older, which is a scary thought that our brain's getting smaller. But the good news is that we can do things to help stimulate our brain to slow down that process so that it doesn't happen so rapidly.
So are there things that you recommend to your patients? Are there things that really can address some of the root causes of brain and skin health?
Well, anything that we can do to help our body on a physical level to support our brain health is going to be important, like those omega-3s, those nutrients, the good fats that are good for our bodies, and the antioxidants to protect our bodies from the oxidative damage that speeds up the aging process. Being careful not to eat excess sugar, processed foods, because that leads to glycation issues in the body, which also speeds up the aging process. Any of those things that we can do to support the body are going to be helpful.
So one other thing I want to talk about is choline, and I think that there's been a lot of talk lately about choline and impacting brain metabolism.
Well, we know that choline is a really important nutrient for the brain. We know that for pregnant women and developing brains, we know that choline is a really important nutrient for the brain. And again, as we get older, our nutrients start to get more depleted. And part of that is just the aging process, is the oxidative damage that occurs in our bodies as we age. Also, we're not absorbing the nutrients as well from our foods. So our demand for nutrients tends to go up as we get older. So choline would be included in that.
What are things outside of supplements? What are things outside of lifestyle changes that you really recommend? And I guess that's a pretty broad question, but if people are looking to really live optimally, live healthy, do you have 3 keys to success? I guess would be the best question.
Well, certainly addressing these root causes, the inflammation, the oxidative damage, blood sugar issues, hormone imbalances, gut issues. When it comes to lifestyle, what we're looking at is what can you do with your diet? What can you do with your stress management? What can you do to impact these root causes? And then when it comes to the brain as we age, we also know about the importance of maintaining our memory and cognition, which are some of the things that tend to go as we age, is to do things, social interaction with people, doing things that stimulate the brain, like puzzles and games and listening to music and interacting with people and having conversations. Those are all things that help support the brain as we age.
Dr. Cates, thank you again for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. There's been so much great information. Again, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Evan. It's been great to be here.